I have this question about wants.
Wants, like
Wants.
desires?
Like desires. And what to do with them.
What do you want?
I want to not be so wanting.
And if you got that, what would you have then?
More peace.
More peace. So maybe you just want peace.
Yes.
Where is peace?
Anywhere.
Oh, great. Then you have what you want.
Well, that was easy.
It is easy.
I notice when my mind talks about these wants that I leave the present.
You leave the peace.
I leave
to
the
go in
peace.
search of peace.
Thank you. Yes.
Or something, go in search of something that could give you more peace or permanent peace or certain peace.
The illusion of...
Go in search of the illusion.
Of,
that's right. That's it. That's what Maya is. That's the play of the mind. That's right. That's right.
Okay, this
you
is
said
getting
it.
easier.
That's very good. Yes. That's the secret. It gets easier and easier. The challenges get harder and harder. And the willingness to meet each challenge, no matter how difficult. I mean, what is harder than the challenge of death? But really, peace is that death you're speaking of.
I just noticed my mind doing this very funny thing.
Yes.
That when we were talking just a minute ago, I got it. It was all very clear. And now I'm trying to get it.
Recall it. Yes. Hold it. Remember it.
Yeah, because it makes sense, but...
So what is it you want?
Peace.
And where will you look for that?
Anywhere, nowhere.
Yeah, so you know where you have looked for it. Will you stop looking?
Will I?
Right now, just as an
Briefly.
experiment.
Yes.
Just for this moment. Because I'm only talking about this moment ever. Nothing else is relevant. Just right now, will you stop looking? Is peace absent?
No.
That's right.
Great.
Anything else?
No.
Great.
Thank you.
You are beautiful. Peace is beautiful, isn't it? So vibrant. People are afraid of peace because somebody said the other day, boring. Perhaps it's boring. Yes, there's a fear of beauty and a fear of peace and a fear of love and a fear of truth and a desire for peace and a desire for beauty and a desire for love and a desire for truth. Anything? Something? What is it?
Well, it's basically the same question.
Well, let's go ahead again. Maybe this time it'll really penetrate.
Okay. So, I do have desires. and I don't think when I have them that they all lead back to peace, but they might.
You mean following the desires will take you to peace?
No. That's what's underlying the desire.
That's right.
So that's actually likely.
Yes.
So I have these illusions that if I attain certain desires, then I'll have...
So what's the solution to that? What did you just discover?
that I already have it.
Yes, but now you remember that. And where is it in the memory? Then that memory becomes a superimposition of, well, I am peace. Well, I have peace. Well, I'm always peace. But you're not. You're lying. Right?
Right, because then I go right back to desire.
Yes.
I'm frustrated.
Good. Now we're getting, this is good.
Well, I've been there a lot.
Yes, that's right. So this is now getting closer. So the frustration,
Okay.
can you let that get bigger?
Yes.
Really bigger. And just let your consciousness fall into it. Frustration or anger is usually defending something, some other emotion.
Fear.
Okay. So fear. There's fear. Can you let your consciousness fall into this fear?
Mm-hmm.
Right now? Good. What's under that?
Fear.
More fear? Then go deeper, all the way in.
There's the still place.
Still place. Is this a still place that is flat? Or is this a still place that is vibrating?
It's alive.
It's alive. Excellent. Good. If it were a still place that were flat, as in depression or despair, because this often appears under fear, not always, as you just showed, a hopelessness, this kind of existential angst, then it's possible also to experience that just as you experience so clearly frustration, fear, despair. Now, in this stillness that is revealed, is there peace?
Mm-hmm.
Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. When you know without a shadow of a doubt that you are this stillness, that you are this awareness, then it doesn't matter what's on the surface. It can feel good or it can feel bad. There can be confusion or there can be absolute clarity. What's that?
So when there's these choices to make,
Like what?
As being a human,
Yes.
Whether to say yes or no, and
How
go
do those
here or
choices
there.
get made?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I'm very unclear. Sometimes.
Yes.
So I want clarity.
Yes. Excellent.
So.
So just as this man spoke of, you have looked lots of places for clarity. But you can stop and look directly into the unclarity. Can you feel that, experience that unclarity, that cloudiness? That right now you can.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
So just
ping pong ball.
Yeah. So this is a kind of like death, like the experience of death. Only now it's cloudiness, unclarity. So you forget whatever you have learned about that, or what it means, or how to transcend that, or how to get around that.
Right.
Just be that unclarity so that you will know directly what unclarity is in this moment.
I'm there.
So you drop your consciousness fully into it. There's something still like me and unclarity. So you just let the unclarity have you totally.
I kind of go back and forth, like I'm in the unclarity, and then I sort of drop down, and I was looking for unclarity again.
Yes. So, because unclarity wasn't there, right?
Right.
Yes. This is exactly what happened to you. Because the experience of what is always here is so unconfirmed in our culture, in our lives, in our churches, that we don't believe it. We don't think it could be that easy. So then we began searching again for what's wrong. So in an instant of actually letting unclarity be there. There was no unclarity. And then you got busy to find it again. Mm-hmm. And then there would be an instant, okay, I found it, great.
Right.
And then there's none. Mm. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, because what happens is this is it. Who you are is always here, clearly here, peacefully here, in stillness here. Whatever appears to obstruct that, whether it is frustration or fear or despair or doubt, if that is met rather than tried to get rid of, then the spaciousness, not the spaciness, but the spaciousness of who you are is clearly here. Is this true?
Yes, yes.
Are you sure?
I just had the experience of it.
Great, good. Because I don't want to start feeding you lines. Do you follow this?
It's great, thank you.
Yes. It's deeper too now. I was speaking the other night about deeper, and somebody said, what in the world do you mean deeper? And that's really a good question. Because I don't mean what you think I mean by deeper. I don't mean like heavier or more still. What I really mean is spacious, but not spacey, because we've tried to be spacious and we get like woo-woo. Spacious, not getting like anything. Less present to who you think you are, more present to who you are. That's deeper, and that's endlessly deep. Because then you find yourself everywhere. In every mind state, in every emotion, in every body. Naturally.